Welcome to the Fall 2021 Commencement Ceremony. Please stand to honor the graduates, faculty, and administration participating in the ceremony. To avoid interrupting the ceremony, please turn all cell phones to silent.
Chancellor Riley and Provost Hale, I declare the morning ceremony of the 105th commencement at the University of Arkansas, Fort Smith, convened.
Good morning. I am Dr. Georgia Hale, Provost and Vice Chancellor of Academic Affairs here at the University of Arkansas, Fort Smith. To our guests, distinguished faculty, staff, and administrators, and to the graduates, parents, family, and friends, welcome to the 105th commencement of the University of Arkansas at Fort Smith. Thank you for joining us as we honor the summer and fall 2021 graduates from the College of Health, Education, and Human Sciences, the College of Arts and Sciences, and engineering graduates from the College of Engineering at the University of Arkansas at Fayetteville. Please stand if you're not standing already, which most of you are, and join music graduates Rebecca McAllister, Audra Weathers, and Abigail Jones as they lead us in the singing of the National Anthem, accompanied by the Uafs Wind Ensemble.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. I am pleased to introduce those who are sitting on the platform. First, I would like to recognize our special guests. If you would stand as I call your name, I would appreciate it. Trustee Ted Dickey, member of the University of Arkansas System Board of Trustees, and Arkansas State Senator Matt Pitch, our speaker for today, who will be introduced more formally later. Thank you for joining us. Next, the UAFS Administration and Academic Deans. Dr. Teresa Riley, Chancellor of the University of Arkansas, Fort Smith. Dr. Lynn Korvick, Interim Dean of the College of Health, Education, and Human Sciences. Dr. Paul Hankins, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. Dr. Letitia Sedlich, Dean of the College of Business and Industry. Dr. Kevin Hall, Associate Dean for Academics, College of Engineering, University of Arkansas, Fayetteville, who will be conferring degrees on the graduating class of engineering students here at the University of Arkansas, Fort Smith. And Mr. Chris Kelly, Executive Director of Marketing and Communication, who will read the names of the graduates as they walk across the stage. Please appreciate these people, please. Seated before you are members of the faculty who represent the academic departments of the university, upon whose recommendation candidates for degrees are presented. Faculty members, please rise and be recognized. You may be seated. The success of any institution relies heavily on the hard work of its staff. Many of ours are here today. Will the staff please rise and be recognized? Now I invite Chancellor Riley to come forward and introduce our commencement speaker.
Thank you so much, Dr. Hale. Before I introduce our speaker, I would like to again thank Trustee Dickey for joining us today and appreciate all of the University of Arkansas Board of Trustees and system employees who work tirelessly to make this the best university in the state and in the country. So thank you again, Trustee Dickey. It is my honor to introduce your commencement speaker. Senator Matt Pitch is currently serving in his first term in the Arkansas Senate, representing Senate District 8, which covers part of Sebastian County, including Greenwood and part of Fort Smith. He was elected to the Arkansas State Senate in 2018 and also served in the Arkansas House of Representatives from 2015 to 2018. For the 93rd General Assembly of the Arkansas Legislature, Senator Pitch is serving as the Senate Majority Whip. He also serves as chair of the Senate Insurance and Commerce Committee and is the vice chair for the Senate Transportation, Technology, and Legislative Affairs Committee. He is a member of the Senate Efficiency Committee. He is also a member of the Arkansas Legislative Council and Legislative Joint Auditing Committee and serves on several subcommittees. Senator Pitch was part of the UAFS Lion family from 1989 to 2006. First, he served as an instructor and subsequently serving as an assistant professor, department chair, interim dean, and finally, as the dean of the College of Applied Science and Technology. Senator Pitch earned his Bachelor of Science and Master of Science in Electrical Engineering Management from Missouri University of Science and Technology in Rolla, Missouri. Professionally, he served as the Executive Director of the Western Arkansas Intermodal Authority, Vice President for Economic Development for the Greater Fort Smith Regional Chamber of Commerce, and Chairman of the Board of the Arkansas-Oklahoma Regional Education and Promotion Association. He is married to Sienna, and he has 4 children, 2 daughters and 2 sons, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention his 5 wonderful grandsons. Please join me in welcoming Senator Matt Pitch to the stage.
Graduates, I'm going to talk to you in a second, but I have a few things I have to take care of first. I'm going to start with Dr. Riley. Thank you for this wonderful honor. For those of you who don't know, as she said, this university is special to me. You see, I was here when it became UA Fort Smith. I'm holding a folder from 1999 that says West Ark Leadership Academy. I was here when we went through that hassle with many of you in the faculty out here. There's something special about this place. The legends that came to us, that are here, that caused us to be who we are today. The Joel Stubblefields, the Sandy Sanders, the Mary Beth Suddas. If you talk about great faculty and staff, the Myron Rigsbys, the Penny Pendletons, the Stacy Jones, the R.G. Nichols, not to mention there's so many others. We have amazing coaches. When you look around the rafters, probably one of the things as you travel the country that this university is known for is the Jane Sargent volleyball teams, the Doc Sadler, Jeremy Cox basketball teams, Coach Horton, who just left us way too early in the women's basketball program, Coach Harpino and the baseball team. There were legends that made this place happen, and to them, we want to honor them before we go too much further. The second piece of housekeeping I need to start before I talk to the graduates is to the audience. Parents, family, Job well done, good and faithful servants, because these folks wouldn't be here without your support and your input. And too often times at graduation, that's done without sincerity. But for me, that means a ton, and you'll see as I give the rest of this speech that this is about changing lives. Again, job well done, good and faithful servants. Faculty in the front rows, they do it different than when I was a dean. You used to sit around the outsides, and it was special to be a faculty member, to be an educator. Today's speech is about causing a life to change. The person who walked this earth several thousand years ago in my faith, responsible for my eternal salvation, wanted his followers to call him teacher. And teacher and rabbi means to change lives. I honor what you do. If you need anything else to see how much I treasure what you do for a living, your calling, my father was an educator for 40 years. My mother was a choir teacher. Both my brothers are teachers. My spouse is in education. You change lives on a daily basis, and this world needs you to be excellent at what you do. And we should honor you. If the crowd will join me in a round of applause for our wonderful faculty. Okay, graduates, this is about you. I'm going to start with 3 sayings, and then you'll see why those 3 sayings are so important to what the message today is. Every child is one carrying adult away from being a success. The second saying, you have permission to engage. The third saying is, people will long forget what you said, people will long forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Maya Angelou, a native Arkansan who was a famous poet. Let's go back to that first saying and give a couple examples that strengthen that. Every child is one carrying adult away from being a success. I was a 14-year-old kid. I was kind of lazy. I didn't have a lot of drive. These folks in my life, my parents, my family, were constantly prodding me to do more, to try harder, to quit wandering aimlessly through life. But my freshman 9th grade year, we had our very first varsity football game. I was a 3rd string nose guard weighing all of 145 pounds. For those of you who don't know football, that's way too small to play in the defensive line. As we warmed up for that first cross-county rivalry, think north side, south side, think Greenwood, Alma, whatever your rivalry is, it was a huge game for our community. And in the warm-up, the All-State nose guard senior broke his ankle. Oops. And then the backup junior sprained his knee, both with season-ending injuries. And yours truly got thrown into the fire, fast and furious. We survived. I don't remember whether we won the game or lost the game, but I remember the most intimidating man I ever met in my life. He was an ex-Marine. He was a college football player. He was my 9th grade algebra teacher and a college football coach, and his name was George Bud Peterson. Those of us in school were pretty sure, as a Marine, he'd killed people with his own 2 hands. He was intimidating. We survived that game Friday night, and on Monday I walked across the junior high playground to my small school practice football field, and I heard the ground shake as George Bud was running up behind me. He put his arm around my shoulder, and he said, "Pitch," with a ton of effort, extreme effort. "You got something inside you. I think you could be a college football player." Now, I was an average to below average athlete in those days. My father had been a college football player, and I dearly wanted to be, but I didn't have the skill set. But his words rang true to me. He then went on to say the most life-changing statement ever made to me. He said, "Pitch, you're doing okay in my algebra class. With a ton of extreme effort and work, I think you might actually become an engineer." My family was pastors and teachers. I'm the first engineer in my family because of that statement. I have 4 children. Their lives changed with that statement. They're engineers. The chancellor mentioned my grandsons. I'm guessing it's going to change their lives too. Because that was an intentional, caring adult who went to a child and changed their life. 8 years later, after that night, a B to B- student with average athletic ability played his last college football team, twice being elected by his peers as captain of the team. And 2.5 months later, same young, skinny, 145-pound, third-string nose guard was issued a master's degree in electrical engineering because one caring adult said, "I see something in you." Graduates, you are a success as of today, bar none. But I challenge you to not just go into your vocations, but to go find that young person. Because you see, there's a ton of strength found in young people when someone other than these folks look them in the eye and say, "You got something. Have you thought about X? Because I think you can accomplish something." Let's go to our second example. There was a little story made national news about Johnny, a young man. I want to read it here, so bear with me. A young man named Johnny was struggling to succeed in high school and was near expulsion. He promised his mother he would take the SAT, a college entrance exam. At the time, the SAT had 2 sections. A 1600 was a perfect score. His mother, when he got the results that said he had a 1480 out of 1600, one of the top scores that year, assumed he cheated. He informed her, "I tried to, but the desks were too far apart." At this point, little Johnny began to believe he might have some smarts and that he might have a gift. He started attending class. He quit hanging out with the bad element in his life. His teachers began to notice the difference. Upon completion of high school, he was so far behind in his academics, he attended a junior college. He then went on to attend a 4-year college and eventually an Ivy League business school, upon which he graduated. The week to the day that little Johnny, a grown-up now, was graduating, he received a letter in the mail from the SAT Foundation. In that letter, the SAT board, who periodically reviews their test-taking procedures and policies, informed little Johnny, now adult Johnny, that he was one of 13 people who got the wrong score. He had scored 740 out of 1600. There's a story in there. And the story isn't that they messed up the score. The story is what young people believe is capable in here. Those are 2 examples that I need you to go change our world. You see, we have a problem in this world, and that problem centers around we've kind of lost the front porch of society. We don't get in people's face like George Budd did and say, "You got something special. You've got to have extreme effort to get there, but you got something special." No, we graduate, we go into our vocations, we start our family, we try to affect the future with parents. My parents were great parents. They tried desperately to get me motivated. But it wasn't till a large giant of a man put his arm around me and said, "You've got something real." Second story I want to go to, the second saying, you have permission to engage. A month ago, I was at a conference, and the only female fighter helicopter pilot in the Marines was our motivational speaker. Her name, she goes by the call sign Fly Girl. You can Google her. She was in the Middle East, and she spent the day with her helicopter, fighter helicopter, Apache, protecting civil unrest, if you will. And she'd had several encounters during the day. Her gas tank, fuel tank showed she was about empty. She had the creed of all military pilots that she had not fired her last missile. She had one left. And she got the call. And the call said, "We have Allied forces under sniper fire. Please identify your ability to engage." She immediately hard banked left rather than headed home and headed to the location. As she cleared the rise, she saw the snipers firing at many, many soldiers below. She called sign enemy a combatant in radar. I'm probably getting all the military terms wrong, I apologize. but the story still stands. And they said, as she quoted, they gave the direct order, and it was the worst order she'd ever had in her life. You have permission to engage. She said, we as humans know we have permission to engage. You don't need somebody to tell you what's right. She engaged. She fired her last missile. She flew her fighter helicopter unarmed through military combatant zones and landed with 0 gas in her tank. There was fuel still in her lines. 6 years later, at a speech, a young man walked up to her before the speech and said, I was in the military and I was commissioned to go home. And the very last day, he had been standing and got caught under sniper fire. She knew exactly where he was and what he was talking about as he explained the details of that day, because her helicopter, her one last missile, had what allowed him to have a changed life. Her mission in life was to get people to go affect society. And she said, and I quote, you do not ever need the order to have permission to engage. When you see a young person, go engage. You know it's the right thing to do. Go change lives. That's what we do. Maya Angelou, the third saying, I've learned that people will forget what you said, people forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. We live in a society right now that many of us are concerned with. We have rampant crime. We have a divorce rate like we've never seen. We have things in our humanity that aren't how we were meant to be. We're dealing with a pandemic on top of all of that. You're about to go out into the world. And when you do, you've got to make a difference. We have some statistics from a 2006 study that was published that if the world were put into 100 people, representing the roughly 6 billion plus that live on our planet, there would be 48 of them living on under $2 a day. Only one of them would have the accomplishment you're about to have, a college education, out of that 100. 60 of them would be Asian, 16 would be African, 14 would be from the Americas, South Central and North America, and 10 of them would be Europeans. You see, today, graduates, you're entering into a special select part of humanity. And with that doesn't come the salary, the perks, the house, the significant other, the 2.4 kids. It comes with the responsibility that I challenge you today. Go find that 14-year-old to 20-year-old who will believe anything you tell them and make a difference in their life. My sons, the chancellor mentioned I have 2 sons and 2 daughters. All 4 of them have degrees in engineering. My baby girl is finishing her doctor's degree in nuclear and mechanical engineering from the University of Texas. While you're graduating here, she's doing the same. But my oldest 2 sons went into the ministry, and we're Lutheran. And you've probably heard the name Martin Luther. Most people know him because he hammered the thesis on the church wall. He was the leader, supposedly, of the Reformation, led to many of the religions that are practiced on our earth today. But Martin Luther had a ministry of vocation that I want to talk about because it doesn't get talked about. Martin Luther didn't want you to just be a Christian on Sunday. You know, to be Christ-like is to change lives, to be a teacher, as I said earlier. He wanted you to take that to your vocation. Those of you who are studying to be teachers, doctors, lawyers, engineers, whatever, farmers, bankers, he wanted you to go change lives inside that vocation. Because, see, that's where we spend 90% plus of our time, is at our vocation. It's upon you to take that task and move into that world. You're going to graduate today, and you're going to have a special vocation. And they're not going to tell you that you're going to constantly encounter people that it's real easy to duck your head and pass right by. The permission to engage means don't do that. Find them, see something special in them, begin the relationship of talking to them about what they can or can't do. because there's something special about doing that. I'm going to tell you the rest of the George Budd story, because while George Budd was a dynamic crossroad in my life, graduates, I talked to him about a year ago when he retired, and we visited. And he mentioned that ability that he liked to do, find people, look them in the eye and tell them they had a value, was the number one reason why he became the chancellor of Georgia Tech University, the premier engineering university in this country. Because when you do that, you don't give away your power, you grow your power. When you talk to someone and watch them accomplish something, there's nothing like that. That's true success. Graduation makes you 1 out of 100 on this planet. You're special. But changing 100 people's lives because you purposely made the ground shake as you ran up behind them, put your arm around them, and said, go do something, that makes you a success. Trustee Dickey is a successful man. If you read his bio, he's accomplished amazing things. Almost every great person you're going to encounter gets this. And yet we don't challenge you. We don't get in your face and say, go George Budd somebody. It's on you. Go George Budd somebody. Don't just count your paycheck. Don't just live in your house. Go make a difference in this society. I'm an elected official, and in closing, I'm going to quote a couple people's statements along these lines. The first one is from the first woman to ever be elected into the U.S. House of Representatives. Her name was Jeanette Rankin. She was elected in 1916, and she came from the great state of Montana. Her saying, I implore you to fan the embers in the coal. Light the fire in yourselves to complete the changes that are needed in this country and in this world. Because if you aren't on fire to go make a difference in your segment of population, humanity, brotherhood of all, then who's going to? It's not going to be the 99 other people that are living on $2 a day. It's going to be you who makes the difference in this society. It's going to be you who feels the successful feeling that you give others and that you get to enjoy. The second is from the Rockefeller family, Governor Winthrop Rockefeller. Mr. Rockefeller was a dynamic man in the history of this state. He literally started entities that created jobs, the AIDC. He worked on rural electricity. He was a dynamic governor when this state most definitely needed roads to be built and economic impact to change people's lives. But he, like most powerful people, understood what I'm trying to tell you is going to have to be part of your role. He said, and I quote, I submit that each of us has more than a passing affiliation with the rest of mankind. I believe that if we will dedicate ourselves to recapturing the spirit of the little child, then one day we shall come to know that the most meaningful existence for all of us is bound up in a single word. That word is brotherhood. You are the special in the brotherhood of humanity by the fact you're getting a graduation diploma today, but with that comes that lighting of the coal inside you. If you finish a year in your professional life and you haven't changed 10 people's lives for the better, why not? That's a task I bestow on you. You're getting a graduation diploma. Don't just take it and wander aimlessly like a 14-year-old child would. Go change somebody. Feel the power of George Budding a young person. With that, I'm going to wrap up, but I'm going to say a couple things. I do love this university. And some of you right now, it may be too fresh on just getting through the finals or the tough teacher or the tough faculty or the whatever. But with time, you will come to love this university too. You will have a UA Fort Smith license plate in the back of your used Ford truck like I do. This is a special place, and you encountered it. And these faculty and these parents and this administration, they did amazing things on your behalf. We need you to go do amazing things for our society. Our humanity needs to have a front porch where we look people in the eye and tell them they've got a gift. I leave you with one statement, and it was a statement when we won the national championship, and I was frantically looking for the men's basketball, maybe it's up here, NCAA tournament junior college national champs. Jeremy Cox was the coach, and he had a t-shirt that said, "Dare to be great." I'd challenge you to go be great. You have a college diploma, go be great. He also had another saying, and that saying is, once a lion, always a lion. God bless you, and go make a difference in this world. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Pitch, for that very inspiring message. I know that the graduates and the parents and other guests appreciate you for delivering such an inspiring message to our graduates. Graduates, as you proceed across the stage today, a professional photographer will take 2 pictures of you. The first will be with Dr. Riley holding your diploma cover. The second will be at the end of the ramp over there. You'll stop by yourself and have a picture made with you as you exit the stage. We understand that these photographs are important to you and your family, so if you are comfortable doing so, you may remove your mask as you come onto the stage. Once the second photograph has been taken, we ask you to please replace your mask and proceed back to your seat on the floor. Now, would the graduates for all degrees please rise? Chancellor Riley, each graduate standing before you has completed a prescribed course of study defined by the faculty. The names of those graduating in absentia are listed in the program but will not be read. A number of graduates completed their studies with a grade point average of at least 3.6. Baccalaureate graduates who receive this honor are identified by a stole inscribed with the seal of the university and a white tassel on their mortarboards. Associate degree graduates are identified by a cord with the 3 colors of the institution, navy blue, white, and maroon. The honor status of each will be announced as their names are called. On behalf of the faculty of the University of Arkansas Fort Smith, it is my pleasure and privilege to present these graduates for the awarding of their degrees.
With the concurrence of the UAFS faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the University of Arkansas System, I confer upon you your respective degrees with all of the rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations, graduates, and now you may be seated.
The graduates will be called forward by the Dean of their colleges, Dr. Lynn Corvick, Interim Dean of the College of Health, Education, and Human Sciences, Dr. Paul Hankins, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, and Dr. Kevin Hall, Associate Dean for Academics, College of Engineering, University of Arkansas, Fayetteville. A faculty marshal will lead each college forward for a faculty marshal from each college will lead their graduates forward. I invite Dr. Lynn Corvick, Interim Dean of the College of Health, Education, and Human Sciences, to summon our master's graduates for their hooding ceremony and to receive their diplomas.
The Master of Science in Healthcare Administration graduates are led to receive their degrees by the Faculty Marshal and their Director of the program, Dr. Cheryl Holden.
Graduating with a Master of Science in Healthcare Administration, Christopher Don Mizell.
Great job. The graduates from the College of Health and Education and Human Sciences are led forward to receive their degrees by the Faculty Marshal Greg Roberts, but I got ahead of myself. The Master of Education graduates are led forward to receive their degrees by Faculty Marshal and Director of the program, Dr. Monica Riley.
Graduating with a Master of Education, Alice Kelly Staggs. Graduating with a Master of Education, Kristen Brooke Middleton. Graduating with a Master of Education, Sarah Catherine Wilborn. Graduating with a Master of Education, Victoria Elizabeth Schmidt.
Now, the graduates from the College of Health, Education, and Human Sciences are led forward to receive their degrees by the Faculty Marshal for the college, Dr. Greg Roberts.
Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology and graduating summa cum laude, Shelby Hartmeyer. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Dental Hygiene and graduating magna cum laude, Shannon Leah Cook. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education and magna cum laude, Cody Diane Garrett. Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology and magna cum laude, Logan A. Moore. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education and magna cum laude, Natalie Alexis Joanne Toby. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education and graduating cum laude, Sierra Shea Byram. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education and graduating cum laude, Madison Grace Cantrell. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education and cum laude, Kara Elizabeth Ford. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing and earning cum laude honors, Mallory Lynn Horn. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing and earning cum laude honors, Allison Kat Snipes. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Summer Dawn Marie Cockburn. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Michelle Lynn Hamrick. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Brooklyn Taylor George. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Stephanie Renee Yost. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Taylor Louise Mefford. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Caitlin Lensing. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Morgan Elizabeth Francis. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Luke Matthew Cravey. Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, Brittany Michelle Collins. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Henry Thonkum. Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, Jessica D. Jones. Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, Jordan Elizabeth Bedford. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Michaela Denise Moore. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Journey Kale Colquitt. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Macy Day Mitchell. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Kennedy Diane Smith. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education, Vanessa Michelle Rivera. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Middle Childhood Education, Caitlin Nicole Summit. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Middle Childhood Education, Tabby Gail Bullard. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Middle Childhood Education, Sarah Elizabeth Reeves. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education, Fayana Detrice War. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education, Shelby Ann Belk. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education, Peyton Lindley Owen. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education, Parker C. Stroud. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in English with teacher licensure, Taylor Renee Bailey. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Drew Nicole Davis. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Irisbeth Ocampo Basilio. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Tracy LaJoyce Watson. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Brandy D. Tran. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Tessa R. Shea. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Brittany Gail Smith. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Stephanie Marie Reyes. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Karen Parga Diaz. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Yasmin Cruz Rios. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Cassie Nicole Burkhart. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Caitlin Faye Parker. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Aubrey Lane Hyman. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Victoria Anna Turner. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Natasha Marie Gray. Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, Kaylee S. Teague. Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, Sarah Beth McGahee. Graduating with an Associate of Applied Science in Early Childhood Education, Bethany Ann Best. Graduating with an Associate of Applied Science in Early Childhood Education, Kanisha Diane Schaefer.
Please join me in applauding the graduates from the College of Health, Education, and Human Sciences.
The graduates from the College of Arts and Sciences are led forward to receive their degrees by the Faculty Marshal for the college, Dr. Ana Maria Romo Blah.
Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology and earning summa cum laude and cum honore honors, Hannah Jonay Hale. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology and earning summa cum laude honors, Davis Matthew Grantham. Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in History and earning summa cum laude honors, McKinley Ralston Haydenrich. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology and earning summa cum laude honors, Rabia Sajjad. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Information Technology and earning summa cum laude honors, Ross David Payne. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology and earning magna cum laude honors, Hayden Christopher Rose. Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Media Communication and earning magna cum laude honors, Lauren Motley. Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in History and earning magna cum laude honors, Joshua Scott Freeman. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice and earning cum laude, and also a dispatcher with University Police Department, Samuel David Mansley. Graduating with a Bachelor of General Studies and earning cum laude honors, Jaden Moreland. Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in English and earning cum laude honors, Caitlin Reese Skaggs. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology and earning cum laude honors, Caitlin Nicole Carroll. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology and earning cum laude honors, Olivia Coulter. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology and earning cum laude honors, Ramiro Cruz. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Information Technology and earning cum laude honors, Chase Brandenburg. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology and earning magna cum laude honors, Mackenzie Ann Green. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Information Technology and earning cum laude honors, Matthew Wesley Simpson. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, Biochemistry, and earning cum laude honors, Duke Tron. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology, Brandy L. Johnson. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice, Grant Christopher Patrick. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice, Miera Lonitha Johnson. Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Music, Audra Weathers. Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Music and earning cum laude honors, Abigail Elise Jones. Graduating with a Bachelor of Music Education, Rebecca Grace McAllister. Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Music, Cody Levi Allen Crow. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice, Paige Mackenzie Hoover. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology, Alexandria R. Howard. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, Biochemistry, Alexis Nicole Danikis. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, Biochemistry, Alexis Ann Wagner. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Information Technology, Dax Robert Butler. Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in History, Tucker Lee Siddons. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice, Kyle David York. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Graphic Design, Carrie Marie Palmer. Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Media Communication, Samantha Duque. Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Media Communication, Emma English Marsh. Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Media Communication, Tiffany Derjong Yang. Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Media Communication, Kristen M. Centeno. Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Spanish, Isela Meoli Hernandez Castillo. Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Media Communication, Dylan Andrew Abbott. Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Media Communication, Faith Lynn Nodine. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Mathematics, Michelle Andrea Callahan. Graduating with a Bachelor of General Studies, Alicia Deanne Fagan. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Geoscience, Taylor Ann Markham. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Geoscience, Lindsay Lee Gregory. Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in English, Caitlin Marie Hathaway. Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in English, Aubrey Nicole Doville. Graduating with a Bachelor of General Studies, Cody Lee Starkey. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology, Matthew Hunter Jackson. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in History with teacher licensure, Cody W. Coach. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice, Hunter Paul Miller. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Graphic Design, Chase Alexander Smallwood. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice, Jordan Keith Yerby. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, Hannah Lee Schichtel. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology, Jody Ray Catlett. Graduating with a Bachelor of General Studies, Janice Suzanne Schubarth. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Geoscience, Julia Manami Matthews. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice, Sydney Ann Jackamore. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice, Kaylee Joy Lunsford. Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in History, Dylan Hughes. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology, Brian Russell Jackson. Graduating with a Bachelor of General Studies, Stacy Ray Smith. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice, Alondra Lopez. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology, Leslie Elaine Davis. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice, Jake Smith. Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in English, Carly Blake Ramirez. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice, Brenda M. McCain. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice, Erasima Sandoval. Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in English, Joe Kearns. Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in English, Lucy Nan Tatum. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Information Technology, Jennifer Jean Anderson. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Information Technology, Gabrielle Eileen Coleman. Casey Cow. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Information Technology, Casey Cow. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, Kyle Edward Kelly. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, Celeste Pung Borabong. Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Media Communication, Precious Nicole Yoakum. Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Rhetoric and Writing, Peggy Janelle Hammonds. Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Studio Art and earning cum laude honors, Christopher D. Rilliford. Graduating with an Associate of General Studies with distinction, Kui Ho. Graduating with an Associate of General Studies, Ari K. Parsons. Nathan? Abimal? ABM. One more time. Just say that. Okay. Nathan A. Flores. Graduating with an Associate of General Studies, Nathan A. Flores. Graduating with an Associate of General Studies, Jennifer Rodriguez. Graduating with an Associate of General Studies, Maricela Garcia. Ruffiner. Graduating with an Associate of General Studies, Sarah Marie Ruffiner. Graduating with an Associate of Applied Science in Criminal Justice, Hallie Elizabeth Beckman. Graduating with an Associate of General Studies, Kobe Allen Blythe. Graduating with an Associate of General Studies, Lane Keith Beckett. Marley Elaine. Graduating with an Associate of General Studies, Marley Elaine Littleton. Graduating with an Associate of General Studies, Amanda Joycelyn McCubbins. And graduating with an Associate of General Studies, Kenneth Michael Walker.
Please join me in applauding the graduates from the College of Arts and Sciences. The graduates from the University of Arkansas Fayetteville College of Engineering are led forward to receive their degrees by the Faculty Marshal for the college, Professor John Hamilton. I am proud to present these College of Engineering candidates who have completed the requirements for a degree in either electrical or mechanical engineering. Their freshman and sophomore courses were University of Arkansas Fort Smith courses, and their junior and senior level courses were University of Arkansas Fayetteville courses taught on this campus. These students completed their engineering program through a partnership between the University of Arkansas Fort Smith and the University of Arkansas Fayetteville. Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by virtue of the authority of the Board of Trustees, Interim Chancellor Charles Robinson has conferred upon each of you the degree indicated on your diploma with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining to this degree. Congratulations.
Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering, Hunter Rhodes. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering, Matthew H. Curd. And graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering, Diego A. Galvin.
Please join me in applauding the graduates from the University of Arkansas Fayetteville College of Engineering.
Will all graduates please rise? I invite you to move the tassel on your mortarboard, okay, to the left side. You may be seated. Graduates, you were given a card with a pin attached to it after you left the stage today. This pin is given to all UAFS alumni, and it symbolizes your induction to the University of Arkansas Fort Smith Alumni Association. Wear it with pride, and know that you are now part of a community of over 48,000 UAFS alumni all over the world. Will the members of the audience please join me in one final round of applause for our graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today for the Fall 2021 Commencement Ceremony, the morning version. We will conclude the commencement with the singing of our Alma Mater. The words of the Alma Mater may be found on the last page of the digital program and will be displayed on the screen. Following the Alma Mater, we request that you remain at your seats until the recessional is complete. Please meet your graduates outside. Now please stand and join music graduates Rebecca McAllister, Audra Weathers, and Abigail Jones as they lead us in the singing of the Alma Mater.
Dear, a part of our hearts will forever be here. Your banner of wisdom our future will guide. The friends that we cherish at our side. Let our song ring out for the white and blue.
Chancellor Riley, Provost Hale, On behalf of the faculty and in gratitude for our students, I declare the morning ceremony of the 105th commencement at University of Arkansas Fort Smith adjourned. Congratulations.